today about crying babies and how you can cope with that. We know from about 2 weeks of age your baby's going to start crying a little bit more, and then by the time they get to 8 weeks of age it reaches a peak, which then settles down again about 8 to 12 weeks of age.
Sophie, do you remember when you were 34 weeks pregnant, your community midwife gave you a leaflet about babies crying? It was called Icon. Yeah. Well, it's also mentioned here in your red book. It's very normal and natural for babies to cry, and it can be very challenging for parents. If it's safe to just put your baby down, go and have a drink, go and get some fresh air, that's absolutely fine. Like I say, there's lots of coping mechanisms here. Just don't shake or harm your baby, okay?
You and your baby are doing so well. I can discharge you today, and then the health visitor will see you next. Don't forget you've got your Icon leaflet. On the back there's a QR code that will take you to a really good website with some really helpful information about how to calm your baby.
So Evie and Jack, I just wanted to draw your attention to this Icon page in the Red Book. It provides really useful informational advice to parents around coping with babies crying. It's really important to acknowledge that it's very normal for babies to cry, but there may be times when you feel you just need a bit more advice and support. So this has got some really crucial bits of information and top tips around how to cope and how to soothe your baby. And also to let you know that it's okay to walk away as long as it's safe to leave her. Okay? It's got useful information about the normal process of crying, and this shows you some information about the fact that crying can increase after 2 months and up to 3 to 4 months of age, and that is very normal. Okay? But as I say, it's really important to think about ways that you can cope and how to get advice and information. There is a really useful website, but it's very important to remind you that you must not shake because that's really dangerous. So we'll also be reminding you of the fact you will be getting an SMS text reminder that will give you just a little reminder of the messages that Icon has, but also signposting to their website where you can get some more useful information and advice. All right.
I'm Dr. Amit Rastogi, and I'm a GP working in Leicester City. So I'm talking today about the 6th time that you'll hear about the Icon message. At the 6 to 8 week check, it's an opportunity for when the GP can assess how you're coping with your baby, how everything's going, and if there's any problems with the baby crying. I think it's really important to acknowledge that at 6 to 8 weeks is the peak time at when babies can cry, and we can reassure you that it's quite normal at this time for that to happen. But there are things that you can do. The first thing to do is check that the baby if the baby needs feeding, check whether the nappy needs changing, check the temperature of the baby, whether it's too hot or cold. The baby may need stimulation, but also to check that the baby's not unwell. And if the baby's still crying after that, then it's okay as long as the baby's safe in the Moses basket or the cot. It's okay to walk away, take a few moments to be calm, and then come back to the baby. We know that after the 6 to 8 week period, this is when the crying settles, and it should be less and less in the coming weeks. But we can offer support, we can advise what to do, and we can follow you up to make sure that things are getting better. The most important message is that never ever shake a baby, because we know that it can lead to lifelong disability and even death.